Hello everyone. You all know that UK has opened up international students with a new visa, post-study work visa. It's there for the past 2 years. Lot of students are getting it. I have put a detailed video regarding how to apply, what are the roles available for the students who complete their studies and then join into PSW. And PSW, you know that it's available for those who do a undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as a PhD course in UK. You will get a PSW visa. Get into PSW visa, which is 2 years visa without sponsorship, you can work. But there is a worrying factor which is happening in UK, whereby a lot of companies are not hiring the PSW visa holders due to some reasons. We'll discuss that in this video. Welcome to channel Sundarayappan. Hope you like this video. Please like, comment and share this video. Also do visit my channel for other videos related to UK life and UK visa and other information about UK life. It will be definitely helpful for you. What are things you should not do so that you will get PSW visa approved soon? Because there are certain things if you do while you are a student, then when it comes to applying PSW visa, you will be kind of get into trouble if you have done something like doing extra hours than your permitted visa hours. So I have put a lot of videos on that. Do visit my channel and see those videos. Now, main topic of this video is whether the students are getting the right jobs in the PSW visa, because there is a worrying factor or worrying thing happening in UK is lot of students with PSW visas are not getting the right jobs. So they are not given the right jobs by some companies due to various reasons. I'll detail that in this video. Don't skip this video. This will be helpful. Those who are studying in UK, those who are planning to come to UK and get a PSW visa and work in the UK, you need to know these things before you apply for PSW. So PSW visa is there for almost 2 years now, and a lot of students are getting it, but the percentage of students who are getting this is not that much great. There are only less than 50% of the students, international students, are applying for PSW visa. One of the main reason is if you get into PSW visa, you will not be considered, or the 2 years you spend in the PSW visa is not considered as part of your settlement time. So the 5 years period will be delayed by 2 years. If you get a PSW visa, that period if in PSW visa is not considered in your settlement, that is ILR visa. So some students are not getting that. They are trying for the tier 2 sponsor visa after finishing their studies, and some of them are getting it based on their skill set, the college they are coming from, and also some of the courses are offering the placement. So they get into the placement, and then once they get into the job, they get good network and then good name, and then they kind of project themselves as a good candidate. And most of the companies they are working, if they have a sponsor visa licenses, they are willing to take those students directly into tier 2 visa after their placement. So a lot of students are trying that route, but by avoiding this 2 years additional time in their career or in their visa to get into ILR. So that's one group of students who are not getting PSW visa. Those who are getting PSW visa, what's happening in those people is they are not getting the right jobs based on their studies. So some students are getting this PSW visa, they have money or they have already earned money during their part-time jobs, and then they have sufficient money to apply for PSW visa. But once getting that visa, without a proper strategy, they are just taking any job which is coming to them, like a short-term job, Christmas job, or a part-time job. Those kind of things they are doing. Many companies are also utilizing this situation of the students, whereby the student just want a job, not a correct job for his studies. So what they're doing, they're taking them for a very low paid job or low paid, low salary job, and then they're utilizing them. Those companies doesn't have a tier 2 license, hence they cannot convert after 2 years into tier 2 visa. So those are the complications some students are getting into in the name of job. Just I want a job, I have PSW visa, I just want a job, so I'll join this job. But their long-term vision is not that much clear, because the company which they are joining is not having sponsor license, hence they cannot convert them into tier 2 visa. And then after 2 years, after finishing their PSW visa, again they have to search or go back to the home country. So those also happening. But one of the main reason the companies are reluctant to take PSW visa is for few students, I would say out of 10, 6 students in UK doesn't have the right experience for the company to take them. So if a company wants to take a student with a PSW visa, the company is first of all looking for their skill set experience. If they are directly coming out of college without any experience or without any prior experience to coming to UK and studying, they are having difficulties in finding the jobs. That's one thing. And few companies are thinking, if I take this student or if I offer a job to this PSW visa holder, definitely the PSW visa holder will be valid for only 2 years. After that, they have to go out of the country or they have to get into a tier 2 visa, but the company which they will be working will not have that sponsor license. Hence, they will have a break in their kind of employment. In the sense, the student will work for 2 years. After 2 years, the company also need to search a new person because they don't have a tier 2 sponsor license. That was also one of the reason the companies are reluctant to take PSW visa. But this is not the case for everyone. There are lot of students who are getting PSW visa in a company where they can convert into tier 2 visa. I have seen or I have heard a lot of students who are joining the role in a PSW with a PSW visa in a company, and then the company themselves saying that we will convert you into tier 2 visa after you finish 2 years in PSW visa. So this way the company also saves the license which can be used for some other purpose or some other candidate, and then they can transfer this or they can use another license when 2 years is finished. So this is also happening. But as I mentioned in the start of the video, some companies are reluctant to offer jobs for PSW students or PSW visa holders in the UK, mainly because of their kind of fear of continuity of the job. If they work for 2 years, after 2 years, what will happen to the role? So they have to again go to the market and find another person. It's a long process. They have to pay agency fees, or they have to spend more time in finding a new candidate, right candidate, and then all the lessons, all the training given to the candidate, that is a PSW visa holder, for 2 years will be lost because this company cannot retain that student PSW visa holder or convert into tier 2. These are the reasons some companies, I would say, are not kind of directly not rejecting, or they just don't want to consider anyone having PSW visa. However, there are companies with tier 2 visa sponsor. They are still looking for a right candidate with experience. These companies, if you have right experience and then PSW visa plus the company is having a sponsor license holder, then it's a good one. Those companies are still taking, but they are kind of taking the right candidate rather than rushing into filling their jobs. So these are the main reasons as of now. I would say 6 out of 10 students visa holders, that is PSW visa holders, are not getting the job because of they're not searching the right company, and also the experience, lacking in experience, and the companies which they are joining doesn't have the tier 2 sponsor license. So these are the reasons that reluctant in more PSW visa holders getting job in the UK. So hopefully it will increase slowly, but due to a lot of changes the UK government is planning to implement in the international student visa program, we have to wait and watch. And also added economic problem, and then the recession is kind of expected to happen. So just decide whether you want to apply PSW visa, spending around £1,500, more than £1,500 on it, and then what type of job you have. If you have a right experience and then you found the right company who's offering you job, plus kind of there are chance that you can convert into tier 2 within the company, you can find. Otherwise you need to wait and watch what's happening in the UK economy, and then you can decide. Hope this helps. I'm not creating a fear, I'm just giving information on the approaches you can take while applying for PSW, also applying for a job with the PSW visa. Hope this helps. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.